Okay, what's up? It's your boy Two Phones back again with another video. This video is about why I'm leaving Project Five. Yeah, I've been with Project Five for just about 2 years now, so nothing's really changed since last year, or other than the fact that they added U.S. Cellular and a group plan. It's not really a family plan; it's more like a group plan where the first person is $15 a month with unlimited talking text, and then the second person um is what I think $10 a month, and then it's like 1 gig data between two people or three people or whoever you add on to it. So, um, what Project Five was mainly for, it's not even like I wouldn't say a real network, a real carrier. It's more for the Google phones. Okay, you got to have a Google phone to use Project Five. You gotta have a Pixel or a Nexus, where there's a Nexus 6, 6P, 5X, Pixel XL, and maybe Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL, and I don't know what the third phone is going to be called because they just talking about it. But yeah, so you got like three or four networks you switch depending on if you're um, in the country or you're going overseas. You might pick up three. So three is a carrier in UK, and basically the US carriers is US Cellular, T-Mobile, and Sprint. Well, to be real honest, I don't know if it's my phones or anything like that, but um, it usually like put me back on Sprint, but then sometimes it'll have me stuck on T-Mobile, and I have an application called Signal Spy where it identifies the actual um, service T-Mobile as Sprint. So if you enter Project Five and you want to know which network you're on, download the Signal Spy app or Signal Check Pro, which I usually recommend for people on Text Now and Freedom Pop. But Text Now, they fixed all this, so it'll either usually show T-Mobile if you got the T-Mobile SIM, or Sprint if you got the Sprint SIM. So you don't even have to worry about the Signal Spy app or Signal Check Pro, unless you want to know what band you're on. Then that's when you get those applications. But I mean, that was a real cool part. And what's really interesting is even without Project Five, the Google phones like Nexus or Pixel, they will automatically connect to Wi-Fi anyway with the Google Wi-Fi assistant that was already built into the actual system and smartphones themselves, and into the Nexus and Pixel software. So like if I didn't even have T-Mobile, Sprint, or whatever the carrier, and I was around Wi-Fi, open Wi-Fi hotspots, it would automatically connect to a Wi-Fi spot. So that wasn't a real big issue. Like I said, the pricing, and a lot of you all probably agree with everybody else that was tired of overpaying for pricing. And I really didn't pay, but when you do use data, it's $10 per gigabyte. So if you're a heavy data user, Project Five isn't for you. It's not going to be for anyone like that. Okay, so if you're a heavy data user, I wouldn't recommend Project Five. I would ever recommend Project Five if you use more than 10 gigs. Because even with 10 gigs, even if you use 10 gigs on Project Five, that's $120 a month. That's up there with Verizon Wireless. But like I said, you do have more than one network, one carrier to switch from. You got three in the US and one in the UK, and then you have Wi-Fi. So you have like four different networks to choose from, and it just depends on your location in the area that you live in. So if T-Mobile's good, it'll probably show up on T-Mobile. If Sprint's good in your area, then it'll probably show up Sprint. If US Cellular's good, it'll probably show US Cellular or whatever carrier that's under like Boost, or maybe even it might even show Virgin. But the fact is, it's getting kind of boring. I mean, I'm not getting excited about Project Five no more. I'm getting more excited about Text Now Wireless and Freedom Pop for what they're doing, and Freedom Pop is really stepping the game up. I mean, they got LTE GSM SIM card now from AT&T, and yes, AT&T has been under fire right now. So I don't know. It just depends on you tired of overpaying for phone bills, calls and texts because, like I said before, calls and texts are free. It's really free. If you get a data only SIM card, like even from Friendly Pop or even somebody with a Project Fi SIM, Project Fi service, and you want them to order you a data only SIM that's running on T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's great. Yeah, tell them, hey, I'll pay you $10 per gigabyte I use up, and I got free calls and texts on Facebook Messenger, Google Hangouts, Skype, Google Voice, Text Now, Text Free, Next Plus. So I mean, there's other ways to communicate. But yeah, a lot of people, they want to use the stock dollar app, man. It's okay, but I like Text Now dollar because it's more customizable. You can see more things. I'm not saying that Google stock dollar app isn't enough. I'm not saying that at all. I can actually still use the Google stock dollar app on Text Now because I got Sprint and Sprint CDMA, so it doesn't use up data when you're calling. So that works. So unlimited calls and text is always free. But we overpaying for data. No matter what carrier you going to, no matter what network you're on, you're overpaying for data. And I know it's like, well, they're premium. That you gotta spend money. Sure, you gotta spend money, but if you don't have that money, or why do people want to pay their phone bills first before they pay rent or pay a cardinal or like, to me it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I do have a Verizon wireless SIM card. I did find out I still have one in my dresser, so I might give them another try in the next month or so, see how that goes. I'll probably put it in my 6P, which is running on Android O right now, which I must say it's buggy. It's buggy when it comes to the lock screen and customizing the lock screen with different apps, but it's still usable right now. As of right now, it's still usable. Don't quote me. I'm just using it as I go. So, but I'm still got Project Fi. Still using it. Just gonna be my last month using Project Fi. But like I said, with Text Now Wireless, they give you so many options to pay your bill. You can refer friends. You can do special offers or watch ads. And I know you all don't like ads, and that's how they're making money and la la la. But hey, look at Google. Google's making money off of all of us with their ads, and Google. And as soon as we search, that's clickbait. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to make money, man. Everybody has to make money. T-Mobile has to make money. Sprint, Verizon, they all have to make money. All right, but my point is, if you feel like you are spending too much money, there are always alternatives out there. Like I said, I'm always around Wi-Fi. So to be honest, I really don't need a phone service. I really don't need a phone plan. I'm around Wi-Fi in my 9 to 5, around Wi-Fi when I go to a friend's house, when I go to my relative's house, even at the house. The only time I'm not on Wi-Fi is riding around in the street somewhere, or if I'm not in a city limit where there's restaurants, gas stations that don't have Wi-Fi. That's where I go to a dead end. But see, I got Freedom Pop, which is giving me free data anyway a month, and I really don't kill the data as much. So if I do Freedom Pop and Text Now, or vice versa, or even just go straight to Verizon, I wouldn't be losing out on Project Fi, because technically I'm using all 4 networks for the price of one carrier. So that being said, and I know you all be hating, and I know you all don't understand it. I know y'all think that, man, that's just too much. That's just too much. Yeah, you should just stick to Project Fi, since you're saying you got 3 networks and blah blah blah. But my point is, it's getting repetitive. There's really no big major update in Project Fi. Nothing's been announced at Google I/O. No articles, no updates. I mean, the app got an update, but it really didn't do anything. And I'm just using up the credits. So as soon as the credits get used up, I'll switch my number over to Text Now Wireless. I don't care what anybody says, okay? $13.99 a month. $13.99 a month. Unlimited talk and text and data. You can't beat that. I don't care what Cricket does. I don't care what Boost Mobile does. I don't care what Virgin Mobile or Total Wireless does for $13.99. If you're in an area where I'm at, where you're around Wi-Fi just about everywhere, and all you need is a signal. $13.99 is really not wasted, because for the simple fact, if you out in the, like I said, if you out in the wild somewhere, Sprint out here in my area is more reliable than T-Mobile. Like I said, I haven't seen Sprint on my Project Fi in a while. I haven't seen Sprint on my Project Fi in a while. Maybe it might have been a couple of days, and then when I did see it, it switched right back to T-Mobile. But when I'm on my Text Now wireless using Sprint, I'm having full bars, full signals of LTE. It's reliable, okay? It's reliable. I even went as far as O'Fallon, Missouri, and had Sprint. It's reliable, okay? That's almost an hour drive away from where I stayed, and that was for offsite. So that being said, Sprint is more reliable than T-Mobile. I was losing signal out where I was at with Project Fi on T-Mobile, and it didn't switch to Sprint, and I didn't do anything to my phone. So, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not too much, you know, going on right now. So I just say I'll take a break from Project Fi, try out some more carriers. Like I said, right now I haven't had any issues with Text Now. You've seen my tweets, you've seen my IG. Now to Text Now got iPhones. And okay, and then that's another thing. If I wanted to try iPhone 7, let's say I wanted to go out, like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just give me an iPhone. I'm just go ahead and give me an iPhone. The only thing I can do with Project Fi is just put the data only SIM in the iPhone, and that'll be using up all the data instead of my unlimited talk and text. But you can forward it with Google Hangouts and Google Voice or whatever you have. But with Text Now Wireless, all I would have to do is put it in my Text Now SIM card and download the Text Now app and just use FaceTime or iMessage, and I wouldn't have nothing to worry about. So everything will still be connected, and then I can still use my Android and still use Text Now on Android, whether I have the FreedomPop SIM card in here or just using Wi-Fi. So it all depends on your preference and how you look at these networks, how you look at these carriers. What do they benefit from you? What do you have going? And that's how you really choose which one best fits for you. So that being said, this is my last month on Project Fi. I might run into some more carriers. I might give you my thoughts on it. I got some more videos coming. Google Voice versus Text Now. Why I think I would choose Text Now over Google Voice, and that it's really a no-brainer, guys. I mean, Text Now is in the top 20 apps on Android and probably in the top 20 on iOS. Whereas Google Voice, whereas Hangouts, whereas Allo and Duo, whereas Android Messenger, it's not even in the top 20 in the Google Play Store. And I'll show you proof. I had screenshots go all over Twitter and Instagram, okay? But it's more customizable. You could do so much more with Text Now Wireless and the Text Now app itself than you could do with Hangouts or any other app that Google's throwing out. See, Google has too many apps as it is, and don't nobody know which one to use. So when I try to tell my friends, like, yo, check this out, they're like, okay, you throw it out to me, which one? So that being said, here we go. All right, this is my farewell to Project Fi. It was a nice run, almost 2 years with you. Maybe I'll come back when there's more news, more updates. Maybe iPhone or something, or Galaxy, or even a Moto G5 or a Motorola phone or something like that. Like I said, I got Text Now Wireless on this Moto G5 Plus. It's a beast, man. Like I said, see, it'll show you Sprint up there anyway. It won't show you Text Now. So you're using CDMA, you're using Sprint's network. And like I said, when I'm calling, I don't use data on Text Now Wireless voice cellular. So that being said, I mean, it's everybody's preference, man. So it is what it is. You can call me a troll, whatever. All right, it's your boy Two Fathers. I'm just giving you my rundown. I'm out.